So if you guys remember, last week I did a part one to this episode, to this story. The story is called A Woman That Got Me a Three Strikes Case. As you can see, I'm not in prison for life. So obviously I beat the three strike case. And right here, we're going to get into part two of how I beat the three strikes case against this female. So if y'all listen to part one, I'm not really going to do a recap. I urge you guys, go to YouTube, Thousand Bodies Podcast. I'm King Gerald. Go check it out. I don't know if you guys want to maybe wait to listen to this one or just listen to this one and just go back and listen to the first one. But we're going to get right into it. So the girl that I'm talking about, I've been dating her. Quick little briefing. I've been dating her for 6 months. Nothing serious at all. You know, we were just messing around, dating. I soon found out after a while that she was still dating other people, although she still didn't admit it. After the stories I told you in part one, she never came clean. She never admitted. Everything she kept saying was, "Oh, I'm just dating you." And as you guys saw, I gave one example of, you know, when I would catch her, which she'll never fully admit it. So I'm going to get into the actual story. No, because I gotta prep you guys. I'm gonna give you one more little snippet before the actual factuals happen with me in the three strike case that I beat with her. So this is probably 4 to 5 months into it. Remember, we were just dating for 6 months. This is 4 to 5 months into it, and she calls my phone. Remember, I told you this is when I was 23 years old, 24 years old. So I had a landline. I didn't have a cell phone. So she calls my phone, and she said, "Well, I'm about to get off of work. I want to come see you. I want to see you. And I want to do something." Those were her words. She would always say, "I want to do something." So I know what that meant. So I'm like, cool, you can come through. Mind you, if you listen to part one, you will see that we have been on rocky ground. We have been getting into it. But that will be the thing. She'll always hit me up like randomly after we had an argument. And it was kind of, again, I was 23, 24, so it was kind of new to me as far as dating. I was like, well, I guess this is how you date. And also bringing you guys up to speed. If you guys didn't listen to part one, at the time, this was the most attractive woman that I had been with physically and also career-wise. Like I said, she had her own thing. You know, she was doing her own thing. She had her own place, stayed by herself, had her own vehicle, had her own career, and she looked real good. I gave you guys a rating in part one. If y'all don't remember or if y'all don't know, her rating was a 95 in the face at the time and a 90 in the body at the time. So she was fine. She was fire from a scale to 1 to 100 or 0 to 100. So this is why I'm so on her, because this is new for my little new, this is new for me at my young age. So I'm on her. So anyway, getting back to the story, she said she's going to come over. So, after work, she come over, whatever. And, it's cool. It's like, this is the thing. We would get into it tough. We would get into it heavy. And then randomly she'll hit me up and then we'll spend time and we kind of like back on. So this was like crazy work for me, like dealing with a female where I'm getting into it, but then we back on good terms. So anyway, she come over and say she want to do something. Boom, we go in a room. At the time I'm bodied up. I'm 23, healthy in the gym, looking nice, whatever. So we go in a room. I immediately peel out. I don't know if you guys really need to go hear part one. So part one, I was telling you guys about how we was, having intercourse and how I used to give her the king stomp. The king stomp briefly was when I, from the back, doggy style, have her over the bed and I put my leg over her and I put my foot on her head. And I've done that to maybe 4 to 5 women. I haven't done it too much, but I've done it before. And I've always gotten cool little reviews. I've never got anything negative. So you guys need to try the king stump. So anyway, she come over and we do our thing. I don't want to focus too much on the intercourse or the sex. So let's bypass that because I want to get to the main story. So this is the point of me telling this specific story. So after she had a cell phone. I said that in part one. She used to have a cell phone. I didn't have a landline. So we're laying in bed and she's on her cell phone. And I'm not tripping. I'm just watching TV, nothing serious. We just did our thing. I'm not tripping about her being on her cell phone. So she asked me, can she use my phone, my landline? So I bring her the phone or whatever, and she's got the landline and her cell phone. And I don't, like I said, I don't know what she's doing. I'm not tripping off of what she's doing. I'm watching TV. I'm not tripping. So maybe 5 minutes later, 5 minutes or so later, as we're laying in the bed, my phone rings. Now, quick side note, I'm at this time, she wasn't the only, and I don't think I told you guys this in part one, but she was doing her thing, didn't admit it, didn't say it, wasn't honest about it, but I was doing my thing too. At the time, I was dealing with a married lady. I was dealing with this other fine female, and she's going to come into the play. And then I was dealing with, at the time, she was my like my female best friend, if you want to call that, my the closest female friend I had. So I'm dealing with all three of them. So I'm still doing my thing too. So my point is, when the phone is ringing, I like look over, to see what's going on, because she don't know that I'm dealing with other women too. So crazy, huh? Crazy. So she said, "Oh," and she said, "Please don't answer that. Don't answer that." And I'm like, "What's going on? Like, who did she call on my phone?" So I'm like, "Who is it?" She's like, "It doesn't matter. Just don't." I said, "Look," and the phone just keeps ringing. The phone just keeps ringing. It'll stop ringing, and the person will call back. So I'm like, now I'm like tripping. Not only is she saying like, don't, please don't answer the phone. Mind you, I got caller ID. Keep that in mind. No, she's saying don't answer the phone, my phone. I'm like, why would I not answer? So I'll press her to make her I press her to tell me, like, I'm going to call the number unless you tell me who it is. So in part one, I told you guys when I first met her, she was going through a divorce. She was going through a divorce. Her ex-husband was in the army, and he was a Dominican dude from New York. So this is where I met her on getting a divorce from him. Fast forward to the story. This is who she told me she called on the. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Point being, I'm not tripping. I'm really not tripping. And let me get into this. I had to think about this when I have to reflect on, well, if I wasn't tripping about her dealing with other people and I was dealing with other women, then what was the problem, or what was going on, or what was I thinking in my 23, 24-year-old brain? So I kind of pinpointed it to, I didn't want my intelligence insulted. I didn't want my intelligence insulted. Now, that's a big thing, to feel that you are getting your intelligence insulted. But I urge you, and this has been a learning experience for me, and I've had to learn this. One, you cannot control how people respond, how people do their thing, how people act. You only can control what you do and how you behave and how you respond to that person's behavior. I said all that to say this. A lot of times we're taking, well, I'll speak on me in the situation. I took it personal, like she was personally trying to insult me, personally thinking I was dumb, personally thinking that she could play me or lie to me or that I was a fool. But I've learned from the young 23, 24-year-old man to the man that I am today, that it really don't be personal. These people are going to behave. She's going to behave how she's going to behave, whether it's me or whether it's whoever. So me taking it personal, like she's insulting my intelligence, only obviously in the grand scheme of things, put me in danger or put me at risk or put me at problems. Now to this day, after being the man that I am now, I would have just moved on. I would have just not dealt with her, or I would have dealt with her in a more mature brain and really, because now that's how I deal. Like, I really don't care. I really don't even care if you think you insulted my intelligence. Because like I said, and like I'm saying right now, it's not you. It's that person. They're going to do what they're going to do. And you should not take it as an insult to your intelligence, because they're going to behave like this with Einstein and insult his intelligence, so to speak. So I learned not to take it personal. I've learned that, but in my 23, 24-year-old brain, getting back into the story, I'm like, I gotta catch her. I gotta catch her because she's trying to play me like I'm stupid. She's trying to insult my intelligence. I gotta catch her. So this became my driving force. And go listen to part one where I told you about the one example where I was trying to catch her. So now I'm trying to catch her now. Back to the story. So we end up having a small argument over her calling her ex-husband on my phone and him calling back. So whatever, she leave, whatever. After we did our thing, she left. So here it is. I got this man's number. This man that she told me she's not dealing with, and so on and so forth. We're going to get to it. Fast forward to the next weekend. The next weekend, and I go listen to part one because this is her MO. This is what she always used to do. She said, okay, on what she say, on Friday, come over, spend the night. We're going to do something on Saturday. Now, a lot of times, or a few times, we did do that. But it was those random times where she would just go missing. And here's one of those times. So, boom, I'm hitting her up Friday. I'm hitting her up. My boy asked me to go to the club. I said, no, I'm about to go over here to deal with old girl, and we're going to do something Saturday. So I ain't went to the club or nothing. I'm hitting her up. I'm blowing her up. And I said on this podcast, Thousand Bodies podcast, that no matter what, whether it's at the time or whether it's present, if it makes me look bad, I'm still going to be honest. If it's not G, if it wasn't cool, if it wasn't player, if it wasn't pimp, I'm going to be 100 because it built me to who I am today. I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. So at the time, back in the day, she's going missing. So I start blowing up her phone. Something I would never do to this day, but I was doing it. I'm blowing up her phone every hour. I'm calling her and she's not answering. Like I said, she has a cell phone. I have a landline. I don't have a cell phone at this time. She's not answering. So the whole Friday night into the morning, I'm calling her it went from every hour to every 30 minutes, so on and so forth. She's not answering. So I go to sleep. This girl did, so she flaked on me again. So I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling like my intelligence is being insulted. What do? I go to my phone on my caller ID. I say, I'm to myself, I'm willing to bet she's with the boy. Mind you, she told me, and we're going to get to it, but she told me she's not dealing with him. Did I believe it? Yes, at my 23, 24-year-old brain, I believed her. Idiot. So I pick up the phone. No, I don't, however you do it. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. I don't know what it was called in the argument. I don't know what it was called, but she said she did the star something where the person not supposed to get your number. So that's why she played on or called him. I guess he was disappeared from her and not answering her cell phone calls. So she called him on my phone with the star, whatever it is, where you block the number or whatever. And then he called back or whatever. So the same game she playing on me, he playing on her, we playing on we, is being games being played. So back to the story. So I look on the call ID and I call the number. Boom. No answer. I hang up. No more than 5 minutes later, my phone ring, caller ID, it's the number. It's the boy. It's her ex-husband, the New Yorker from the Dominican from New York. I answer the phone. Hello? Said, hello, who is this? What's up? Yo, who is this? I was like, who is this? He was like, you called my phone. And what did he say? You called my phone and you called my phone before. I will admit, I called that man's phone. Terrible. Weak. Terrible behavior at the age of 23. But let's proceed to the story. He like, who is this B? And I really don't remember how. I don't know if I said my name. I don't know. And he said, I forgot. And I'm trying to, but I remember this part though. I said, so I don't know if I said I don't know. He said, "Oh, what's up, B? I heard a lot about you. What's up, B? I heard a lot about you." My weak ass, being smart, I say, "Well, I haven't heard too much about you." Why, Gerald? Why? Unkingly behavior. But anyway, I told you I'm gonna be 100 with the shits. So I haven't heard too much about you. And he started laughing. He chuckled. He said, "What's up, B?" He said, What you fucking with her?" I said, obviously. He said, "Well, she told me she ain't fucking with you." I said, "You believe that bitch?" What what is said next gives me the information that I need to know where he at with it, with him, between her. I say, "You believe that bitch?" He say, "Yo, B, don't disrespect her." I said, "What, this bitch?" He said, "Yo, B," I said, "Don't disrespect her." I said, "Homie, you really?" He said, so he proceeds to tell me that she's telling him that she don't mess with me and I'm her friend. I said, "You really believe that?" And I don't remember the whole conversation because this was but it was, he defended her and he defended her honor. He defended her honor, and he believed that she wasn't. Oh, wait, what did he say? I said, "Fool, I think it was a Thursday, I remember." I said, "I just was with her on when she called you." He said, "She told me she not fucking with you, B." And it was crazy. It was crazy. Although, and I will admit, at the time I was naive. At the time, he was more naive than me because I understood and I believed that he was, but he really believed her that she wasn't fucking with me. And that was crazy to me at the time. But whatever, getting back to the story. So he threw threats, I threw threats, we threw threats, and the threats was on. The threats was being thrown. Crazy behavior, but this is where I was at the age of 23. So we hang up the phone or whatever. She immediately called. Wait, I forgot. While I'm talking to him, my line is beep clicking. It's her on the other line. I finally hang up the phone, see her call ID answer. She's like, "Why the fuck would you?" Now she going off on me. I said, "Why the fuck would?" So we getting into it, boom, boom, boom. So she ends this with saying, "Well, I just went to go see him. We have some things to talk about." No, I'm not. I only brought that up to show you that how this close she be to getting caught, or not even to getting caught, but it be right there, and she still deny it. Deny. And I just wanted to give one more story before I get to the meat and potatoes story that took it to the three strikes. Go watch part one to hear the previous story. So now, boom, fast forward, random day, driving. We have been dealing with each other less. We have been dealing with each other less because she ended up getting pregnant. And that kind of put me into perspective because I knew, I knew, forget what she was saying. I knew she wasn't just dealing with me. I knew she was dealing with other dudes. So if you pregnant, who are you pregnant by? So fast forward, she ended up getting pregnant and she ended up having a miscarriage. Now, in the conversation that me and her had, she told me, "No, it's not yours." So I took it as it wasn't mine because I'm thinking she know her dates, she know better than me. But I also now fast forward knowing what I know today. She could have known, possibly known, maybe lying. I don't know. But at the time, I was cool with, okay. So I started dealing with her less. So fast forward into the main story. So we probably have been dealing with each other less, and probably like for a month I hadn't seen her. I hadn't went over, or she hadn't come over. I think I would call her. We'll talk briefly, but not nothing. Just what's up? Hey, how you doing? Woo woo. But nothing where come over and kick it or whatever. So for like maybe a month. So one random day I'm driving down the street, and I'm driving, and I happen to see her car. She has a distinct. She has a car. She has a car that anybody can. I see her car. And I look and I see her. And she's by herself driving down the street. I'm like, boom, I haven't seen her in a month. We talk here and there. We ain't on bad terms. Maybe I'll pull up and see what's up. So I see her drive and pull into the Wiener Schnitzel. I do a U-turn. I'm about to say what's up to my I can't even say ex, a little female that I'm about to just say what's up. Pull up in the Wiener Schnitzel. I turn up, do a U-turn, boom, I pull up in the Wiener Schnitzel too. I park over to the side so she can't see me. I'm about to surprise her. She by herself. What harm could it be to say what's up? Boom, I get out the car. Boom, 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 go on the side, and she's sitting in the car. I'll and I'm kind of like sneaking whatever to like surprise her, scare her. So I pop up. I'm like, hey, what's up? And she look, and guess what I see? I see a nigga, but I didn't see him in a passenger seat when she was driving by because this nigga is leaned all the way back. Like if this nigga's leaned, this nigga's leaned, reclined all the way back. Had I seen this man riding in her passenger seat, I would have kept going. So she blew my eyes out. They blew my eyes out. And I look after I just said, what's up? Immediately, hoe eyes. Immediately, I see her hoe eyes. Her hoe eyes show. I told y'all what hoe eyes is. If y'all don't know what hoe eyes is, go look at previous episode. Hoe eyes. I'm like, what's up? And it's like she got hoe eyes, bro. She's caught. Which it ain't even about being caught, but whatever she feeling, I see the hoe eyes. I'm like, what's up? How you doing? What's up? And she like, hey, what's up? What's up? And she was like, hey, and I almost said the man's name. And she introduces and she said, this is my friend. At my 23-year-old mind, this is what I say. I don't know why. Before I even tell you what I said, I don't know why I said it. I was feeling a way. Maybe I was feeling a way. Maybe I was feeling like my intelligence was being insulted. I don't know. I'm 23, but I'm reflecting on whatever. So I'm saying what's up to her. Then I just immediately click. At first I was gonna be cool, cordial, and just bounce. But something clicked, like she be trying to insult your intelligence. If I call her later, if we talk later, she gonna say, oh, that's just my friend, like she always do. So I'm about to get down to the source. This is what I'm thinking. Now I wouldn't give a damn. But at the time I want to get to the source, the source of it. So I look around her at the dude she just introduced me to. And I say, hey homie, hey, you fucking this bitch? Oh my God. Yeah. You fucking this bitch? He laughed. She immediately goes crazy. You disrespectful motherfucker. You always disrespecting me, you fucking disrespectful ass nigga. And she going on. You disrespectful motherfucker. You disrespectful ass nigga. And she going on. And dude, like I said, he laughed. Didn't answer, but he laughed. Boom. She said, what she say? Did she get, I don't know. I can't tell you how she felt. I can't tell you how she felt. I was about to say, I think she got mad at him. Scratch that, rewind that. But she tells him, I'm about to take you home. I'm about to take you home. I don't know where that came from. I don't know how that came from. I don't know why that came from. She said, I'm about to take you home. I don't know. I was about to try to, I don't know why. She just said she about to take him home. I jump in my car. This is the mistake I went. This is the mistake I made. This is the mistake I made. This is the mistake I made. I take accountability and full responsibility for what's about to happen right now. I leave. And she says she's about to take him home. So I go over her house. I drive to her house, about to meet her there. I get there and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a good 10 minutes and she pulls up. And she, in fact, took that man home. She gets out the car and she start cussing me out. Disrespectful. You disrespectful. That's why I don't fuck with you like that, because you always, granted, 100% disrespectful. I was disrespectful, being disrespectful, but like I said, it's a thing when you feel like your intelligence is being tested. Disrespectful. Guilty. I did it. I was. Now it's about to get real. This is where it gets real. So she's cussing me out, but she's talking to me. This ain't the, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. This toxic situations, these toxic relationships where you're on and off, you doing that, she doing this, it leaves bad communication. So you're communicating in a toxic situation and toxic, and you really don't know how that person feel, or when that person is really angry, or when that person is really not feeling it. Like I said, we would get into it, and then the next random call come over and we messing around, or not even days later, but maybe hours later, come over, what you doing? Ooh, toxic. So we're in this toxicity, and right now we're in the story. So boom, we're arguing and we're walking to her place. She's not telling me to leave. She's not telling me to go, but she is cussing me out. So we're walking and I'm cussing her out. I'm like, I'm calling her hoes, calling her bitches, and we're walking to her place. We get to her doorstep and we walk into the house. She closed the door. We're in the house arguing. This is where I took it to the next level. I said, you already out here. I'll never forget this quote, because this is where it went. I said, you out here hoeing and you ain't even a good 2 months off a miscarriage. That's where she went crazy. I have been calling her hoes, bees, whatever, but I think it was bringing up the miscarriage is what kind of set it off. You ain't even 2 months off a miscarriage, don't know who the baby daddy is, and you out here hoeing already. She starts hitting me, bam, bam, socking me in the chest. Boom, 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 boom. I grab her hands. She's going wild. She's going crazy. I can tell I struck a nerve. She snatches her arm. It's boom, boom. She's trying to hit me. I'm grabbing her. Bam, boom, boom, grabbing her hand, grabbing her hand. She's like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Boom, I'm walking. Go to the door, open the door. She said, look what the fuck you did to my arm. I look at her arm. She has a scratch on her arm. According to paperwork, it was a 1/2 inch scratch on her arm from me grabbing her when she was hitting me. She said, look what the fuck you did to my arm. Look what the fuck you did to my arm. I'm walking out. She said, yeah, motherfucker, your ass going to jail. Your motherfucking ass going to jail. And she come on the porch and she's trying to hit me going down the stairs of the porch. Yeah, motherfucker, your ass going to jail. Boom. I leave. I leave and I drive to my other female house. Now, my other female house, she know about old girl. I was honest with her about who I was about old girl. So boom, I sit her down. She's like, "What's up? What's going on?" And I tell her the story. And she was like, "Oh, you tripped out." I was like, "Yeah, I tripped out." She was like, "But she was." So we talking about it. I tell her the whole rundown, tell her the whole scoop. Boom. I leave that. That's that. I decide to myself in this moment, hey, you can't keep messing with old girl because she talking about you about to go to jail and she got you doing stuff. Excuse me, she don't have me doing stuff. I'm doing stuff that's not cool. I'm in this toxic situation and I'm doing stuff that's not cool. Fast forward, me and the girl that I told you guys about that I went over, house who I went over after the incident, we go to the club on Saturday. Whether I don't remember if it's a Friday or a Saturday. We go to the club on Friday or a Saturday. We go to the club. We get to the club. We having fun. We having fun. We dancing. Boom, 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 boom. We laughing. Whatever, whatever. She goes to the bathroom. She comes back. She said, "Hey, old girl is here." She's talking about. I say, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, she here." I say, "All right, let me go check the temperature. Let me see." So boom, I'm walking. I'm trying to see her, trying to see if I see her to see what she on, whatever, whatever. I don't see her. Boom. I'm walking to the bathroom. As I'm about to walk into the bathroom, she's walking out of the bathroom. She starts, "Motherfucker, oh, what the fuck you doing here? Oh, I'm about to call the fucking police. Your ass going to jail tonight." The whole time she's saying this, I'm like, what the fuck? I know she ain't tripping about this scratch on her arm that I was holding her because she was socking me. But she's saying, "You going back to jail. You going to jail." Boom. I go in the bathroom and she's outside of the bathroom. You know, going big at the bathroom. Motherfucker. So I wait for her to stop. I come back out the bathroom after she stopped. I'm about to tell old girl, "Hey, she tripping. I'm about to leave." I go over there to tell the girl that I'm the date that I'm with at the club. And she said, "All right, well, okay. Well, I'll call me after or call me, whatever, whatever, whatever." All right. So I'm leaving, walking through the club. I get to the front door. The security tapped me. I turn around. As I'm turning around to talk to security, I feel somebody grab my arm. I turn around. I'm at the door. It's the police telling me I have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. The so on nines and so on and so forth. And he arrests me. He put the cuffs on me. He's walking me out of the club at the front door and takes me to the squad car. I'm thinking, what? What? He gets in after he put me in the car, he get in the car, he say, uh, that I'm under arrest. And I'm like, for what? And he won't tell me. He won't tell me the charges. Won't tell me the charges. I'm like, for what? I just keep saying, like, for what? And I'm trying to think in my brain, like, well, that is, I did scratch her, but I'm thinking, like, but what is that? What is that though? What? I don't think I should be in this vehicle. We get to the, we get to the station, substation, and damn, I don't remember If it was a hot, I don't. I just remember being in a station, maybe over the weekend, I guess. So I guess it was the weekend. I remember being in a substation over the weekend and not getting. Oh, do I remember? I don't remember getting my charges. No, 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 no. Let me think. Let me think. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to reflect. They did give me a paper with my charges while I'm in the cell. Do I want to tell you guys the charges yet? He brings me the paper because I keep asking, what am I in here for? Like, come on now. Like, what am I here for? I get a paper with my charges. My charges say residential burglary and criminal threats. Residential burglary and criminal threats. The officer, the deputy, or whatever the hell you want to call him, brings me my paper. And it says this is the three strikes case. Three strikes case. Y'all would think that I would be like tripping. I start laughing. I'm like, oh, y'all got the wrong person. Y'all need to let me out of this motherfucker now. You're like, is your name? He say my name. He say, are you? He say, yeah, we have the right person. This is the charges. Mind you, at this time, I don't know. See, this is the part that I'm in the substation. I don't have the police report. I just have this charge. Residential. I'm like, residential burglary. I'm like, what the? So I start thinking, damn. Back in the day, I was doing like, damn, nigga got caught or something caught up to me. Rather, so I'm like, at first I was laughing like, this ain't me. But then I start thinking like, damn. Boom, the weekend go. They take me to the county. I get to the county. I'm sick because I'm like they not letting me go to be like, hey, this was a mistake or they really got me here. So I didn't went the weekend and now I guess it's Monday and I'm in the county and I'm really like tripping. At first I laughed. I'm going through all the emotions. I'm going through all like first I was laughing, like it ain't me. Then I was like, is it me? And I was like, whoa, it's me. Then I'm like, it ain't me. So I'm going through all the motions of this. Monday come and, and get situated in the county. I go to court Tuesday. Fast forward to Tuesday, going to court. Boom. I go to court. I'm in this. I'm thinking. I'm like I said. I'm going through. I don't know if they got something from when I was doing stuff. I don't know if this is bullshit. I don't know what it is. Fast forward. I finally get a what they call it, a public defender. So they bring me into the little room with the little glass, and I'm talking to the public defender. So the public defender sits down and I sit down and he opened up the folder. He said, Mr. Jones, I see here, this is a three strikes case. You're being charged with residential burglary and criminal threats. And I'm like, what? Why? So now I can ask, why am I, where and how? And he said, do you know the girl? I was like, yeah. I'm like, I know this girl that say I stole something out of her house. And I was like, what? She said I stole something. So I said, you said I stole something? You're like, no. You're being charged with residential burglary, which is strikable offense, and criminal threats. I was like, well, what? Before he even tell me what, because he about to read it, he say, well, you can take a deal and you can get 25 years and you will still be young when you get out. What are you talking about, bro? What is she? Fast forward, he's reading now. This girl. Okay, wait. How should I break this to you guys? First, I'll tell you. So the girl said I came in her house. We were in the house. Inside of the house, she said that I said I was going to kill her. She said while we were inside of her house arguing, I said I was going to kill her. Let me explain how that's a strikable offense. A felony done inside somebody's dwelling, the felony being the criminal threats. I'm going to kill you. Inside of her house, she said, I said I was going to kill her, which is a felony, which gives the residential burglary. I'm thinking burglary is you take something, robbery. According to the law, residential burglary in California is any felony committed in someone else's dwelling. Residential burglary is not just taking or stealing, it's any felony committed inside someone's dwelling. The felony being, I said I was going to kill her. Lie. Lie. Crazy. Crazy. So now I'm in here facing a 3-strike case, my 3rd strike, for saying that I'm going to kill someone inside of their home. Did not say it. Called her hoes, called her bitches, called her all that, disrespected her. We was into it. Why am I gonna? But this is what she said. So I'm sitting here blank, empty, looking at the attorney. And he like, well, Mr. Jones, if you don't want to take the deal for 25 years, I guess you're going to trial. And he slaps his manila folder, picks up his folder, and walks off. And that's the end of part 2. Thousand Bodies podcast. Go listen to part 1 so you can get up to speed. Then come listen to part 2 if you haven't listened to the whole thing. Part 3 will be next Thursday, dropping in the morning. I will be going live on TikTok. Go follow Thousand Bodies podcast on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. Go follow Thousand Bodies podcast on Instagram, Thousand Body podcast on Twitch, social media platform, Thousand Body podcast. You should find it. That concludes this episode. This is part 2. I will be coming with part 3. You guys, thanks for coming, and remember to be fruitful and multiply. Thank you.